Do you ever start to wonder, like, who the F am I? Where is all of this going? And, like, what am I going to even do with my life? Yeah, me too. Basically, like, every day since I could remember. And I started studying astrology in my early teens and didn't even get past sun sign astrology for like 20 years. I would say I've been on a spiritual journey or a spiritual mission basically since I was born, but doing it very clumsily and in all of the wrong ways. So when I had my spiritual awakening in 2019, didn't we all? I started to get curious about like, but for real, what am I actually doing here? Like, what? No, but what's my real purpose? I went deep, like real deep in the spirituality rabbit hole. I'm talking cards, crystals, past life regressions, psychics, Reiki, numerology, feng shui, spirit guides, angels, archangels, medium. I'm literally not kidding. If there's a type of reading that you could have, I've had it. And that's when I stumbled across human design. So basically, like I heard about it and I was like, that looks like geometry, and I'm not good at math. So we're going to just put that aside because that's a little bit too much. And that's probably why it took me so long to learn astrology as well. It's intense, right? But it came back for me. It came back for me in 2020, and it started to like really like work its way into my system, right? And things started to not only make sense and feel very validating, but also like it's like one of those things you can't not see, right? It's like once it's happened, like once it's got its claws in you, it just doesn't go away. And so I started studying human design, and God, is that hard and was that hard? Like, there just weren't a lot of resources available at the time that I started learning. There were, but it was like few and far between, and you kind of had to piece it together yourself. And then if you bought a book, it was like translating a foreign language, and it was just a lot. So I started to study it and I started to offer free readings because I knew I didn't exactly know what I was talking about, but I kind of knew what I was talking about, and I wanted to practice and I needed to practice. And so I gave like 50 free readings in human design. And then I started to say, okay, I kind of might know what I'm talking about a little bit, and continued to study. And it's like literally every day it makes more sense. And it is even more validating, and it gives me even more permission and expansion than I've have ever had before. It's real trippy. If this is your first time seeing me, by the way, my name is Tangie. I use human design to help you feel good, or at least feel a little better. And I think the really cool thing about human design is that it helps you strategically release your conditioning. Like, it helps you actually know which shadow work you're supposed to work on, because that was a whole other rabbit hole that I went down forever and ever, thinking that I needed to heal all the things. And then there are some things that are just unhealable because they're in the past. And I can change the way that I think about the past, but I can't actually change the past, and I can't like make it go away. I can't make it stop coming into my current experience. And so with human design, it helps create this logical framework, this context, this vocabulary for being able to say, okay, this is this, and this is that, and this is what I need to focus on, and this is what is an endless black hole for me that will make me feel like I'm losing my GD mind. So now that you know what to focus on, right? Your human design is going to tell you where your shadows are, and what to focus on. Then then you get to start to expand into being a more aligned decision maker and managing your energy really well, understanding your purpose, understanding your growth in this lifetime, understanding why the really hard things are so hard for you. And it's just like enlightening, if that makes sense, right? We're nirvana over here. It makes you feel lighter because you are no longer working from all of that mental pressure that we create and all of that stress that we create to move forward in life. The other thing I really love about human design is that it is informed by systems that I already really liked and enjoyed and knew a little bit about. So there is the I Ching, which comes from ancient China. It's Chinese divination. It's 64 different ways of decision making. Amazing, right? And tried and tested. The mystical Kabbalah, and all of the Sephira and all of the different paths to light. Western astrology, Of course, right? And these 12 different big themes that we go through in life through both the house system and through the different sign system. And then, of course, there's the chakra system, right? It's like just understanding that there are energetic themes in your body and how that energy flows. So all of this to say, if you haven't taken a look at your human design chart yet, I would highly, highly recommend it. You can pull your chart for free by clicking on my face. I wanted to create a really easy, quick reference tool to where you could get basically a free mini reading anytime, anywhere, because I tell you, I had to dig. I had to dig for all of this information. It was not accessible. It was not easy to find. You couldn't even really Google it. So every single one of the chart properties on my website is linked to a video about your design. And it's a gift. Like, I want you to be able to start your experiment. I want you to understand how energy moves through your body. And I want you to stop blaming and shaming yourself for your life experience. It was all laid out and it was all mapped out and it is all working out, best case scenario.